Hi, everybody. Welcome to Roland. Oh, my mic is muted. Is my mic muted? Okay.
Nope.
Professor Wallnott, are you there?
I'm here, sir.
Okay, and you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you quite clearly.
Okay, now I was just going to open the show by saying how wonderful it is and how lucky I am to have such talented people doing this show, putting this show together so that we can do our reviews of all the Toho Kaiju. So I finally got it out there. We have done all of the Heisei series for the Godzilla films now, and we're still in the Heisei series, but now it's Mothra. There were 3 films back to back, 96, 97, 98, that were Mothra films called the Rebirth of Mothra films. It's the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy, and we're doing the first one here. The next one that we'll do next week is like the Undersea Battle or something like that. Anyway, but we're doing the Rebirth of Mothra, the first one, and I am not a huge Mothra fan per se. I thought he was always kind of a weak villain for Godzilla, but they always try to give him new powers to make him more powerful and more formidable he's a giant moth, folks. Come on. So that's what he is. So in this one, yeah, they give him this new Mothra Leo, some real badass powers, and he needs them because he's gonna fight Des Ghidorah, or Death Ghidorah, as he's known. He's an ancient Ghidorah who came from space and basically decimated the planets. And as they say, he's the reason the dinosaurs disappeared. So let's go ahead and get into that timeline. Of course, Anastasia, unfortunately, is not here. I miss her so much. I miss my girlfriend, too. She's on assignment. They're both away. And miss them so much. I hope that I will get word from either one of them that they're doing well. This is a TriStar release in the U.S. And we start with, Mothra on her mantle there on the island. I can't remember if they said what the name of the island was in this one. But
no, they never say. They never say the name of the island.
Some it's called Infant Island, and some it's called Mothra Island, and some it's called the other thing. So, not sure what the name of this island is. Let's just call it Mothra Island for now.
That makes sense.
That seems safe. And we get the opening credits right away. Rebirth of Mothra. Mothra has given birth to an egg. There's an egg, so there's going to be a new Mothra soon. That's important, because that's going to end up becoming Mothra Leo. Now, there is a company that's tearing up the Japanese rainforests, and they have come across something. They're busy. This guy here on the right's on the phone. He is kind of like the head of the company, and he is he's kind of a hardworking, not happy guy.
Yeah. Mr. Gatto.
Yeah, so that's what they have in a lot of these films. It's the corporate guy who works too hard and he's not happy with his family, that kind of thing. So they introduce his character, and again, there is a guy out there bulldozing trees down, and he bulldozes into a rock, and they find something that looks like some kind of ancient relic of some kind. So the big boss comes out in his hard hat, looks down at it, and there's a little flashy thing in the middle, and he desecrates it. he pulls it right out with a screwdriver. This is actually a what would you call that, Professor Wallnott? It's kind of a stop.
I believe they would call it like a seal.
Okay, that's the obvious answer. Yeah, it is a seal,
yes.
A magical seal.
It's a magical seal. It becomes a sort of an amulet later on, but
right.
Yes.
But it is supposed to keep a ancient monster in its crypt down below the surface of the earth.
Right.
And back on Mothra Island, we see what we have known as the Shobijin, as the Cosmos, and now they are the Elias.
You're right, the Allies.
Yeah, the Elias, and they sense this is wrong. Somebody's breaking somebody's breaking the seal. So yeah, I guess the easiest answer is the best answer. It's a seal, folks. But it's holding Des Ghidorah in place. And now they realize, Des Ghidorah might escape. So we see the hole there that it's left when he takes it out. And then we see Belvira. Belvira is the sister to the Elias, and she's evil. She's not, she hates humankind. She does not like humankind, and she wants to cause all kinds of trouble and she wants humankind to be, vanquished, basically, to be exterminated.
Yes.
So that the earth will not be hurt anymore by us. And again, this guy's given her a good reason. I'm sorry. Because he's just broken the seal, and before that he was mowing down all the trees in the rainforest. So his company.
Yes.
So this is this guy's house, actually. And we find out that he has a son and a daughter, and they're always fighting with each other. And the daughter's always taking the son's stuff, and she always gets to keep it because she's younger, and the mother always kind of sides with her. And so we've established this now.
Yes, but I mean that's a very, very typical sort of familial sibling relationship.
Yeah.
They're always brothers and sisters, always fighting.
Yeah, there is a lot of story, human story in this. But there is kaiju fight. There's a lot of kaiju fight in it as well. But there is a story about this family. This family is very important to the story. So the father calls and says, "We have trouble. We just ran into something that's going to stop our work. I don't think I'm going to be able to get home for the weekend." She's like, "Oh, well, that's just normal. I'm used to it, and the kids are like, "Uh-oh, here we go again." And the husband's like, "Hey, what do you want from me? Come on. I'm working to bring bacon home, put food on the table."
Yeah, pretty much so. Yes.
Paraphrasing, but basically that's it. So he flips the thing up in the air, the seal. And again, he's going to make a little necklace out of it for his daughter. Not realizing, yeah, he's messing up Mothra's mojo to keep Des Ghidorah down. So on the island there's Mothra again. I guess Mothra doesn't think that it's a big deal just yet, because she's not flying towards that place or anything. The Cosmos I call them the Cosmos. The Elias are pretty much freaking out. They're like, this if Belvira gets a hold of that seal, we're in big trouble. But Mothra's being chill.
Well, she has an egg to take care of, first of all.
So a little fairy Mothra comes down. That's what this is called, fairy Mothra. Comes down, and that's like the ride for the two Elias to get to civilization to see if they can find the seal. So he comes home. The wife is surprised. She's like, "What? You came home? You said you weren't coming home. What the hell?" Not in those specific words, but he says, "Yeah. Well, we found this, and let's see if we can find a chain to put it on. I'll give it to our daughter."
Because nothing says love like giving your daughter dirty old thing that you found.
Crappy, ancient.
It's but see, this is why human beings are a problem, because you never ever give a child or anyone something that you found that you don't know anything about that could have some kind of other significance.
His heart is in the right place, but
yes, his heart is in the right place.
There could be some ancient old fungus on the bottom side of that.
Exactly. and then you have zombies, because that's how you get zombies.
Funny you should say that, because the daughter looks like a zombie in a little bit. So the Elias go there, and sure enough, they see, oh my God, somebody's removed the seal. It's just a matter of time before Des Ghidorah gets enough power to break out, and Belvira is probably looking for it so she can take control and control humankind and blah 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 blah. So
And for a while, I misheard, and I thought they were saying Velveeta, and I thought, why would they name this villain after processed cheese? She is a bit cheesy, but
Belvira.
Velveeta.
I don't know why I got it in my head, but I thought that the actress who played the mother in this was also Belvira. I don't know why I got that in my head, but it's not. No. It's two different actresses. Yeah. The husband and the wife have some just horrible things that they say to each other. The husbands and wives shouldn't say to each other. Yeah, whatever. Bitch. Mm-hmm. What? He doesn't say bitch, and this is a very family-friendly movie, unlike our show. He's just very upset with the wife, and she's just very upset with him, and that so anyway, we see a shadow on the wall of the little girl's room the night before, and it's Belvira on her little dragon that she flies on. Mm-hmm. And the next morning, the daughter is evidently telekinetic now. She can move things, and she's just wreaking havoc on her brother, mm-hmm. who's just trying to get his stuff and go to school. So she, sends him all over the room, crashing into things, and he grabs his backpack and gets the hell out of there. Feet don't fail me now.
Yeah. Suddenly it turns into The Exorcist. It's quite odd.
Yeah, she looks like a zombie.
Yes.
So, he runs out. The mother comes in. What the hell's going on? The daughter's looking creepy. It's because Belvira is there. And there she is on her little dragon, and she's controlling. She's got the shield now. Mm. She got it off from around the girl's neck. She's got the shield, and with that, she's got power. It's like a witch's seal. She's got the power to control people and animals and things, and so she's loving it. She's enjoying life right now. Mm-hmm. So the son is looking in while the daughter is just horking down serious junk food now, mm-hmm. watching TV.
Yeah. Which brings up an interesting question for me. Parenting wise, it's how does the mother not notice?
You know the answer to that, though, don't you?
Yes.
She's right behind the sofa there, tied up. They've tied her up.
Yes. Well,
when you first come into this scene, you're just seeing the daughter. Oh, I guess the mother left them at home alone.
That's what I thought. It's like, she must be out. But then, yes, you see later on
that the mother has been tied up. So he's outside, and Belvira comes, and she gets control of the family dog, and he attacks him and causes him to go up a tree. And he's flipping out. Hey, why are you such a bad dog? I'm controlling him. Belvira. Mm-hmm. Evil witch shtick. Mm-hmm. And then the fairy Mothra with the two Elias show up. And they chase after Belvira, and the kid is able to, or actually he falls, but they save him from hitting the ground. Mm-hmm. They levitate him up. Again, they have the power to do that. And there's the mother tied up behind the sofa. And he comes in to try to. Now, what's important is a couple of times before this scene, people have mentioned what a coward this little boy is. He's a cowardly boy. He's not very brave. But actually, the kid is pretty diehard brave in this film. He goes up against a lot. As a matter of fact, you got to wonder how his parents let him get away with what he does. Mm-hmm. Anyway, but he just kind of says, I'm going to go do it, and runs off before they can stop him. Mm-hmm. And the daughter usually follows after him. They actually become closer later on in the film, but they still hate each other now. Mm-hmm. Just like the husband and wife hate each other now, but they become closer as they go through the trials and tribulations of this movie. You could probably guess that I'm not a huge fan of these films because they are so kid oriented. it's kind of like Godzilla's Revenge, or it's so kid oriented. It's like, oh, come on now.
Hmm.
You can
Yeah.
make it kid oriented, but also for adults as well. You don't have to make it all kid syrupy, sweet. So anyway, but there's a few surprises in here too, that you never like this fight that they have in the house where they're whisking around the living room, wrecking the house while the tied up mother is freaking out. And then that's where the fairy comes in, breaks in, and they start zapping at each other. The fairy Mothra and the dragon, Belvira's dragon, which belches, purple energy ray of some kind.
Hmm.
This is Belvira taunting the mother, whom she's tied up. Do not get under a piano if there's this kind of fight going on. That's
No,
that's what you're trying to teach you here.
that's right.
Don't go under the piano because probably it's going to come down soon. So, and it does right after he gets out from under it.
Hmm.
So they get together finally. He unties the mother. The daughter is kind of catatonic now. And if you look at the top right photo there, evidently they zap Velvira and she bleeds out of her mouth, which was kind of
Yes.
I found that kind of disturbing to be in a kids movie, but there it is.
Yeah.
I guess the kids loved it though. So they're flying around again, zapping everything around. He gets a butterfly net
Hmm.
and catches Velvira. Smart kid. But the dragon drags him all over the place. And in trying to zap his way out of that net, he inadvertently zaps the fairy Mothra and causes it to fall down to the ground. Still alive, and then breaks out the window.
Injured. Yes.
Still in the bag. Still in the net.
Hmm.
So the kid looks out. Actually, he's worried about the fairy Mothra at first. He goes and checks on the fairy Mothra, and he looks out the window, and the net is just hanging off the tree outside. So they got away.
Hmm. That whole sequence, it feels very
Long.
long. But before that, even when we find out that the girl has been possessed or whatever,
Yeah.
it all feels very Steven Spielberg.
You think?
Yes. Even the way, I mean, the scene right before the girls, at that night, you see all the toys start moving by themselves. It's very E.T.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then she just sees, she's looking at the camera and says, "Oh, hello." Even well, you saw the shadow of the dragon.
Yeah.
And but you
Because
don't know
kids
what
are
happened.
innocent. They don't know when evil is in the room with them. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, oh, look, cute little dragon. But then it really does remind. It felt like this could be a Steven Spielberg movie or scene.
Okay.
But
That's an
yeah,
interesting take on it.
it just
There
felt
could be a little homage to Spielberg there from the director, whoever the director was.
yes.
Their hearts go out to the little fairy Mothra, who's down on the ground now and is injured. And I believe they got the seal back, right? And they used that to make the Mothra better. I'm thinking, if I
They
remember correctly.
not yet. That comes later, but they do get the seal back, but not just yet.
But not yet. Okay, so Belvira's escaped with the
Mhm.
seal, and I can't remember how they get the Mothra well. Then the little baby Mothra.
Well, they do get the seal back, and then the Eliases use it to but it's I think it's right after this. It's right before we see the Ghidorah.
Okay. The father had to go back to work because there is a reporter there talking all kinds of smack about him and his company on the TV and about what's going on. And they're not making the little Mothra well there. Okay.
Oh, no, nope. They're talking about it like, oh, this is going to take a few days to be well again, and
Okay.
they
Oh, that's because they go on the airplane together. That's right. And
right they
pretend
decide
they're
right.
their voice. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, I'm with you. All right. So, yeah,
Meanwhile,
there's a kind of an earthquake thing happening there at the place, and some stalagmites, right?
stalagmites, yes.
Yeah, stalagmites shoot up out of the ground. This is kind of like the Space Godzilla thing in a couple movies ago. You know, the stalagmites were popping up. This is the the beginning of the Desghidorah getting free. So then we get on an airplane. They're flying to see the father and to go to the father's because they see on the TV that this is all happening. And yeah, the Elias are forced to pretend that they are Barbies. They're Asian Barbies. And the fake Mothra, of course, or the little fairy Mothra, just pretending to be a Mothra kaiju toy from Bandai. So, and of course, that's what the stewardess says. Flight attendant, I should call her. I guess they don't call them stewardess anymore. No. They call us flight attendants now. So Velvira is now controlling the father, and he's got some dynamite inside a bulldozer, and he's heading for the bottom, the base of where the stalagmites came up at. He's going to blow up the bottom of that, and it's going to free Desghidorah. And again, this is all Velvira doing this. He hits a bump of some kind and falls out of the bulldozer. It keeps moving forward. Velvira's dragon zaps the dynamite, and boom, off it goes. Blows it all up.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, so he sees it just before he passes out. His wife just drives up. She sees it. She thinks her husband just died. The news reporter sees it. Everybody there that works for the guy sees it. And Velvira is very happy. She sees it, and there she is with the seal. So she calls upon Desghidorah to destroy the world. Now, what they've explained is that Desghidorah will suck up the life of all plants and plant life, but they don't do it to humans because they consider humans to be small and insignificant. So they don't suck up the life force of humans, which would have been really grisly. They just it just destroys the planet, and then when the planet is all destroyed, there's nothing left to live on. So whatever's living on the planet will die. So that keeps it still kid friendly. So Velvira is watching as Desghidorah is starting to make his escape, and here comes a kite. And it's the two Elias on a kite that's being Taiki is the name of the boy. I can't remember the name of the girl. It's some weird name. The daughter. It's a very weird name, like Wakaiba or something like that. Wakaiba, I think it is. But his name is Taiki. And Taiki has got he knows how to fly a kite. He's very skilled, and he uses it to get the Elias to attack Velvira. She falls off her dragon. He gets he saves the Elias. They fall, and they get the seal back. Yeah. Now, what's crazy about the Elias in this is that they don't look like twins. They don't dress the same. Which is that's the pattern of all before the Shobijin and the Cosmos, and they all look exactly alike. They look like twins, and they all dress exactly alike. And again, when they do a dance number, and they always do dance numbers, they do the same moves. They do like a choreographed Mothra song dance thing. So, and they do like 3 songs in this movie.
Yes,
this movie's like an hour and 45 minutes long. It's a long kaiju movie. Especially for Mothra.
Yes, and the song. I mean, they really went with the sort of. It's very. What do they call those things? Music videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't mind the songs. I thought, okay.
I always fast forward to the songs.
It breaks up. Yes, it breaks up the action.
So, do you always fast forward through the songs? I do.
No.
So, well, I was asking the audience.
Oh.
So I know you don't. You like the songs. You just said that. You just said that.
And
So
only, well, I have a fascination with Japanese women, which is why I like these films. And hey, any chance to oogle some pretty girls, why
some
not?
tiny Japanese women, yeah.
Tiny Japanese women, yes, yes.
Ooh,
Even
you're very
even
strong. You're very handsome. Ooh.
even Elvira here, I think she's pretty.
Elvira.
I like a. What can I say? I like a
Even
bad girl.
Velveeta here.
I like Velveeta. Yes, I like a bad girl. What can I say?
That's a terrible wig, though.
That is, and that whole little poofy thing on top is just silly. It's
She
very
looks like
silly.
she looks like a samurai.
Mhm.
Okay, so the wife finds the husband. He's still alive. She helps him to kind of scurry away from that area because something bad is about to happen, and we all know it. Yes, now the kids are very happy because they've made the fairy Mothra well again. There it is.
Mhm.
They used the seal to do it.
Actually, I think
It's
they
the
call
amulet. The amulet.
the I think, if I remember correctly, I think they call this amulet thing, the seal, they call it the Elias as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I think the little ladies say, "Oh, the Elias," which mhm.
So now Des Ghidorah busts out, and it's like Ghidorah in the fact that it's got three heads, but it's not strong enough yet to have wings. So it's just got little nubs on his back right now. But he's a 4 foot King Ghidorah. This was the first one. This was before they did Kaiser Ghidorah in 2004 with Final Wars, which was a 4 footed Ghidorah. So yeah, it's kind of like a guy in a horse suit. Somebody's working the ass part. Somebody's working the heads up front. Um, and the faces on this there's a more prominent snout, like it's like a wolf head.
Mhm.
Um, I like this design. I like this kaiju actually.
Mhm.
This is the highlight of the film for me. Is this very evil looking red eyed Ghidorah.
Yes.
And it lumbers forward, and again, it's just sucking up all of the power and the energy from all of the plant life as it goes forward, because it needs power. It needs to replenish its power. So the fire starts to spread. The kids try to get to safety. The Elias tell them, "We'll get your parents to safety. Your parents are close by. We'll get them to safety." And this is where we get the first Mothra song, I think, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, because they start like, oh, we need to get Mothra. No, Mothra will die. No, we need to get
Yeah.
no. This is whole big back and forth about.
Yeah, they always have to sacrifice a Mothra.
Mhm.
Mothra symbolizes sacrifice.
Mhm.
So, yes, the adult Mothra is dying anyway on the island, just living out their last few days. And yeah, they have to call upon her
Mhm.
to fight Des Ghidorah
Mhm.
because there's no one else. I guess they didn't know where. I guess they didn't have the address or phone number for Godzilla Jr., who's just become the new Godzilla. So Tomiyuko Tanaka, the producer of the Godzilla films and Mothra films, decided he wanted to do some Mothra movies for kids at this point. So they put Godzilla to bed. So um, again, my problem is, how do you make it like powerful enough to be a dangerous kaiju fighting another really dangerous evil kaiju? And they kind of did that in this,
Mhm.
especially with Mothra Leo, who evidently has been born with uh, other powers that his mom didn't have.
Mhm.
So yeah. Um, what I found really interesting though was in 2004 when they brought Mothra back for Godzilla Wars. It was the mother Mothra. It was the
Mhm.
standard Mothra with the red and yellow wings. It wasn't Mothra Leo,
Mhm.
who was stronger. Okay, so the mom and the dad are making their way to safety. The kids are making their way to safety, and they find a little cliff ledge that they can be on. And the mother twists an ankle and the father has to help her. And this kind of, you kind of realize the father and the mother are kind of getting back together again, quote unquote. They're starting to like each other again because they're worried about their kids, I guess. I'm not sure. But that's the sentiment. So Mothra shows up. Mothra can now fire energy beams from her antennas and her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is something that she didn't. I mean, she did have it in Godzilla versus Queen Mothra: Battle for Earth, which was a couple of years earlier. But this is new. This is not the ship from the Showa series. So, but Des Ghidorah is pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
She zaps it and does a flyover right here where she kind of cuts it. But Des Ghidorah just keeps coming back for more. He's a strong kaiju, and he's not at full power yet. So Mothra now has a thing where she flaps her wings and some sparkles come down, and she can shoot electricity around the foe with the sparkles. Again, they use this in Queen Mothra Battle for Earth with Godzilla. It's a little more impressive here. And but Des Ghidorah just keeps coming forward. Bring it on!
It's a moth. We're fighting a moth.
He's tough. Yeah, come on. Yeah, is that all you got? So Mothra keeps giving it to him. More rays, more flybys. And then Des Ghidorah, Mothra makes this mistake of getting too close. You can't get too close to these evil kaiju. They will bite down on you. So Des Ghidorah, one of his heads bites down on Queen Mothra's wing. Why is there a black slide there?
I don't know. Oh, there we go.
There we go. So he's shaking him around like a dog with a frisbee. And the Elias are freaking out. No! The kids are freaking out. No! And we think as an audience, oh, okay, well, we know she's going to sacrifice herself. Here's where it happens. This is where she goes down. And she does go down. Because Des Ghidorah is a badass. Then the Elias get a message or a mental image of the baby Mothra in the egg trying to burst out of the egg. And they're mortified because he's too little. He's breaking out too soon. But it's telling the audience, oh, this is a tough-ass little Mothra. He might be a runt, but by God, he's a tough, brave one. He wants to go out there and help his mom. And that's what happens. So they sing another song. Another dance number. So yeah, we have the little baby Mothra. I've always thought that these larva Mothra were kind of sleazy, slimy, and nasty. And even more so with this one for some reason. Not sure why.
Yes.
Just seems goopier, and it's like a scarred larva Mothra. So the mother Mothra is down on the ground. Des Ghidorah is coming towards it, gonna stomp on it. Firing now fire out of his mouth, not energy beams, to burn it. It's burning the woods around Mothra.
Sets the forest on fire. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Belvira is loving it.
Yes. Belvira's flying around it, cackling.
Mm-hmm.
She's all excited. And she gets the shield back, the seal back from the kids.
Mm-hmm.
She swoops down and grabs it. Because they're on a little ledge and, away from everything else by themselves.
So here's a question.
Okay.
And really, I don't know why I think about these things so deeply, but we've already seen the fairy Mothra battling her and her dragon. They pretty much destroyed these people's house.
Yes.
So why aren't they attacking her again? They're like, just hang around somewhere else. I mean, are they that?
Well, they were trying to get the parents to safety.
That's Okay. All
That
right.
was one reason they had to split up, because they wanted to go help the parents get to safety. They knew, I guess they knew in their hearts the kids were smart enough to get to safe ground. We got to help your parents, though. They're stupid. One of those things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your dad did let Des Ghidorah go, so you know he's not that smart. So anyway, yeah. There's something going on with Mothra here.
Oh,
And I see Belvira.
Oh, they managed to get the amulet back, and so they're like,
She gets it back.
well, she gets it back, but then it's knocked out of her hand again
Oh,
somehow.
okay. Did Mothra do
Uh,
that? I think
I,
maybe.
I I think so. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then so the kids have it, and they're going to use it to bring back Mama Mothra, just like they saw them. You know, the
Okay. With the
heal
with the fairy.
the fairy, right? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So these kids interchannel their psychic abilities with the help of the amulet there, and they give power to Mothra, the mother Mothra, and the baby's on the way. Baby is
Baby's on the way.
on the water and zooming his way towards where they are. And gets there pretty quickly. You know, in some of these Godzilla movies, it takes Godzilla forever to get to where the action is, you know, when he's on the water. But the Mothras can really zoom through the oceans. Especially the larva Mothras, they just zoom right through. So okay, so the baby's there now, and the baby's going to take on Des Ghidorah, and we all know that's not good. That's not a smart move. But the baby is very brave. Now the baby starts spewing its spew all over the Mothra. It's always kind of disconcerting for me to see them do that. I don't know why. Anyway, in a kid's movie, spewing the spew all over the Des Ghidorah, and there's some kind of rainbow spew thing going on there. All Mothras are
the same.
Are all the same.
All Mothras are the same.
They just like to spew their spew, by gosh. So Des Ghidorah is not liking it because it's painful. It's like acid spew, little high acid content in that spew. So it's burning Des Ghidorah. Des Ghidorah is, as well as making a web around Des Ghidorah. I mean, we've seen multiple Mothra larvae put Godzilla in a web and send him over a cliff, you know. So Des Ghidorah starts to fire his energy beam. And it's funny, that picture of Des Ghidorah on the top left, very reminiscent of Ghidorah getting stomped at the end of Destroy All Monsters. I don't know why I get that, but it's almost identical, that shot. You remember when Godzilla's stomping on his neck at the end of Destroy All Monsters? It kind of looks like that. Anyway, so the Elias are happy. I wish I could read that. Sorry.
Sorry, I couldn't join this week, George. That's our buddy
okay.
George Morgan.
Hey, George. Oh, you
commenting.
just did. You just did join. Thank you, George. Good to see you. George Morgan, our Japanese kaiju expert who lives in Japan, joins our show a lot, and but sometimes he has to teach. He teaches kids English. Sometimes he has to teach, and we have to respect him on that. But so glad that he was able to chime in, to give us a text. That's great. So the little baby Mothra gets too close and gets picked up by Des Ghidorah in his claw and his jaws.
Yes, they start chewing on him, and there's actually like some discharge, like start bleeding.
Yeah, it's like a yellow, yellowish kind of mustardy looking blood there. Just like you said, discharge. I'm thinking discharge when he's spewing the spew. But anyway,
well, that's that too. Yes.
the kids are not happy. The Elias are not happy. The baby's now just gotten here, and he's already in the jaws of Desghidorah. And then Mother Mothra. The parents see the kids on a ledge, and they shout out to them, "Stay there. We'll be there in a minute." Not climb down and join us down here. They're not very smart parents. So the mother zaps the hell out of Desghidorah, and Desghidorah lets go of the baby, and the baby is like, "Oh, Bubbles, get me out of here! Don't fail me now."
Bubbles don't fail. Yes, well, I mean, you could see Mothra. It's like, how dare you chew on my baby?
So yeah, and now we see another new power. The larva can actually lift up and shoot a green beam from their chest, a power beam.
Yes,
like a Ultraman power beam from their chest. So this is again another new weapon that we've never seen the Mothras do. So Mother Mothra gets zapped again and has to fly away. Desghidorah is really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Big and bad. I mean, you know what I mean. Little Popeye music there for you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Mothra goes off, and Desghidorah is going to stomp on her. So she's there on the ground, and the Elias are worried. And then here comes baby Mothra. Mothra Leo. Excuse me, where the hell did that come from? Mothra Leo. When I think about Mothras, I hiccup. Especially baby Mothras that can go up on their ass end and shoot a green beam from their chest. So the parents have to now get down the cliff to their kids, and then everybody's got to get back up the cliff to the top. All right. Building suspense, I guess. You can't find a rope or a vine or something to pull the kids up so you don't have to go down there? Anyway, okay. So again, the Mother Mothra is fighting, and baby Mothra is fighting, and they fight around the Hoover Dam. No, it's a Japanese dam, and that ends up getting destroyed by Desghidorah, and the baby is there and is about to be drowned, and the Mother Mothra picks up the baby and flies it away. It's a boy, obviously, because they call it Mothra Leo. So the mother takes Mothra Leo and whisks him away to the water and drops him on the water. And then that's it. That's the last of her energy. She says, "I'm giving up. I'm done."
Mm-hmm.
So she sinks. And everybody's sad. Oh, the family is sad. The Elias are sad. We finally lost Mothra. Mama Mothra finally gave up the farm.
I can just imagine hundreds, if not thousands, of little Japanese kids bawling their eyes out at this.
Crying in the theater. "Daddy, why did you bring me to this movie? The bad guy won." So the Elias explained that they have to go to a secret island. This is really weird because we have to go to a secret island in a secret place where Mothra can become a giant moth like his mother. But somehow the news crews got there first and are videotaping it happening. Did you catch that?
No.
When they do the news report later, they show a picture of the tree and Mothra attached to the tree. It's like the news crew is there in the secret place. How did they find it?
No, oh no, but I got out of it. It's an island that everybody knows, or it's an old island with these ancient trees.
Yeah.
And so it's not really that secret.
Well, the Elias sure tried to make it seem like it was secret.
Yeah.
So yeah, and here's the news people.
They're tiny, so. Yeah.
And they're in the hospital. They're in the urgent care center being taken care of, and Desghidorah gets his wings, and now he can fly over and suck up the energy from all the plants and everything. So baby Mothra swims to this island. They're following him on the ferry.
The not so secret island.
Not so secret island. Oh, you mean the island where Mothra goes on the ancient tree? Oh, yeah, I know that one. And who should be at that very hospital but the news reporter?
Mm-hmm.
So he's pointing at the guy going, this is your fault. You were the one that released this on the earth. And we get another song. Yeah, that dad has got to feel really bad about himself at that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was going to take it home to my daughter. You know, I meant well, but I didn't know.
Right, yes.
So Mothra spews all over the tree because he's happy to be there, I guess. Attaches himself to the tree while everybody watches. Ooh. And yeah, there's a musical number. Because when Mothra spews, it's news.
That's right.
So yeah, just keep moving forward. I think we get the gist of this idea. So yeah, Mothra Leo has cocooned himself in, and usually what takes like a day happens almost instantly with Mothra Leo. I mean, stuff starts to spark. Little baby Mothras bust out of the cocoon almost immediately, like the fairy Mothra. They surround the tree, and magically, Mothra Leo is now at the top of the tree, and it's a full-blown moth.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's
I'm going to
explained.
Full-blown instead of full-grown.
Full-grown or full-blown. But well, you know, I mean, this is anyway.
That was a lot of spew. He's full-blown.
It's a lot of spew. And it's explained. It's explained. I'm just moving on. It's explained that the tree is like 10,000 years old, and
yes,
so it drew all its energy, which is why it gets all these extra superpowers. I assume.
Okay. Meanwhile, the tree is dead.
Killed this ancient tree.
We killed the ancient tree. So Mothra Leo, the design is supposed to look more badass, but he's still just a moth. Sorry. So he flies off, and the Alliance are happy.
I do like in the hospital, the mother's like, but it's only a moth, and the little boy is like, yes, well, a bee can sting you and kill you and kills more people than
car accidents or something like that. Yeah, I remember that. Bee stings kill more people than car accidents.
Yeah.
So okay. He does not shoot bullets out of his ass in this film, though. That does come later. He does. He shoots like bullets out of his ass. Anyway, like machine gun, Gatling gun, stingers. So yeah, now everybody's happy because a new Mothra's coming. He's gonna. Well, wait a minute. We had two Mothras fighting Desghidorah, and they didn't beat him. Wait a minute. Now one comes back, and you think. But no, everybody's happy. They feel there's hope. Even the news reporter guy. The kids go, we're going to go run off there and help. And the parents are like, wait a minute. No, don't go. And that's it. They leave. And yeah, we have shots of Mothra flying by airplanes, flying by cities.
It's super fast.
Super Mothra has returned. And then he comes across Desghidorah in the sky, and there's a big battle in the sky. Big battle in the sky. And yeah, the little fairy Mothra's got to move their ass quick to get out of the way of Desghidorah. I want me another Mothra. And Belbira, is almost zapped. She's in the way too. And they play a little game of chicken, and they hit each other head on. Crash into the ground. Bam. And then here's another power that Mothra didn't have before. Mothra Leo can change into a bunch of little fairy moths and they can attack and irritate the hell out of whoever the other kaiju is. And it's explosive. Look how much damage it's doing to Desghidorah, these little moths.
Yes.
A lot of power.
Which is actually that's a smart strategy, because the smaller moths are harder to hit than
Correct.
the one big
And there's
moth.
so many of them.
Exactly.
Now, in a couple of movies, Godzilla will fight Megaguirus. And in the first half of that film, the Megaguirus are small like mosquitoes, and they're attacking him. And it's very hard for him to get them off of him, and they're draining his energy. And but then he fires a beam like across the sky, and it takes out like half of them. So that's what Desghidorah should have done here, but didn't do it. Now, here's another power we've never seen before. There is a blue light line that shoots out of Mothra somehow and goes right to the target and destroys everything in its path on the way to the target. And there are three little nodules on Leo's forehead, and out of those nodules is a blue like laser beam. Comes a blue laser beam. Again, a lot of new powers that we've never seen before.
This is like the Predator.
And yet, yes, it is. Actually, I never thought about that. And yet, they did not bring Mothra Leo back for Godzilla Wars.
I know.
They went with traditional Mothra, who doesn't have that much power.
Maybe they felt like, oh, we made Leo a little too. It's like it's just OP.
So, yeah, Desghidorah is catching a lot of blasts from a lot of different weapons from Mothra Leo, and I think it finally blows up. Am I right?
Yes.
Nope. There's another head-on collision.
Yes. Mothra does a little kamikaze move and just plows into Desghidorah.
I can take it. And this is when Desghidorah finally blows up to the point where, okay, I don't think he's coming back. But the Alliance actually say, no, he's just he's being trapped and held again. So again, they were setting up for a return of Desghidorah maybe later. Never happened. I've seen Desghidorah again.
Yes, that's what it felt like. Okay, we haven't seen the last of him, but you know.
And Belvira is captured. Her dragon turns out to be a robot that she built, I guess. And it's been zapped and it goes down. And they catch her before she dies. And Mothra Leo does a little spin around and puts his seal, a new seal, on Desghidorah to trap him again in the earth, so that now this is at about an hour and 35 minutes. So I'm thinking to myself, where the hell are they going to get another 10 minutes of movie out of this?
Yes.
In one of these films, a Mothra goes back in time to kill the Ghidorah, and I guess it's the third one because that's the only other one that has a Ghidorah in it. Ghidorah. So I guess that's when he goes back in time to kill the young King Ghidorah back in ancient times, and not this one. So anyway, this is all stuff about the kids and the parents for the next 10 minutes. And Belvira says, never trust the humans. And the son, Taiki's going to catch her. And her sisters go, look, she's our sister, you know. So just like you have fights with your sister, but you love her, it's the same here. So they let Belvira go. She jumps into the knot of a tree and she's gone. So now the Elias say, hey, would you like to ride on Mothra? Mothra Leo? They don't call her Mothra Leo. It's just in like the end credits. And again, I read stuff about this movie afterwards. And they're like, yeah. And the mom and dad have no problem with it. And the mom and dad are there. They have wheeled a wheelchair into a burnt jungle full of. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried to wheel a wheelchair over grass. It's not easy. And I mean, they're going over like rocks and branches and stuff. How the hell did they get that freaking wheelchair in there? Anyway, if I was the director, I would have left the wheelchair back at the hospital. Just me. Just that's it. Get on my shoulder. I'll help you along. God, I cracked me up all through this last 10 minutes of this movie because it just gets worse. I mean, I'll tell you why in a minute. So the parents don't stop the kids from going on Mothra. They can fall off the giant moth, especially with the wind factor, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a valid concern as a parent, you know, for a parent. Anyway. So yeah, the wife and the husband are like, we did all this, but hey, maybe the next generation it'll grow back, and maybe we'll have grandchildren, and they'll enjoy the earth again once it's back to normal. The guy's looking at her like, did you just say what I thought you just said?
Really, you want to put me out of a job?
Yeah, right.
So when I saw the kids climbing aboard Mothra,
yes,
and it goes zooming off, I'm thinking, and they were never seen again.
Because the minute he took off, they fell off.
Exactly.
Grab onto the hair, kids. They also look very large to be on top of Mothra. They don't look as small as they should be to me. You can see them. Again, the Mothra that size. See, look how big they are on Mothra's head. They would have to be like giants to be that size on Mothra, I think. But it's a size thing. So,
yeah.
So, okay, so Mothra, Leo flies off, and they're all looking at the damage and the destruction, and all of a sudden, as Mothra flies over everything, some green glitter comes out of his wings, and everything starts to repair itself and become green again and grow again. And the parents are amazed. Oh, look at that. Wow. Flowers are sprouting. The tree behind them grows leaves and, becomes full in like a second. Now look at what they got to get that wheelchair out of. They've got like knee-high grass.
Well, maybe Mothra Leo.
We'll give him a lift out.
I mean, it's already in front of the kids, so
Maybe he'll do a little airlift for the father. Okay, all right, that's good to know. Look, we barely have wind blowing our hair. Mothra's going at about Mach 5 over the country to make it green again. And these kids aren't even holding on. They're standing. All right, so Mothra lands, and for some amazing reason, they don't just teeter off the sides immediately. So they get off, and they're safe, and they go to the parents, and, wow, you're in a wheelchair, and we got to get you through all this mess. And the Elias are like, I'm sorry, we can't give you a lift. We got to go back to our island. So what you thought earlier, which would have been a nice thought, no, they're stuck out there.
No, they're stuck. Okay. So when we see the decimation, and the mom is going on and on about grandchildren, it's like, maybe we can give them a better world. Now we've learned we must protect the earth and be more careful with the earth. And then Mothra fixes everything. It's like, yes. All right, well, never mind. We've got
Mothra. What the hell?
Now we don't have to learn our lesson.
Okay.
Let's start logging again. That's
great. How convenient.
Now we can start logging again.
Everything. Thank you, Mothra.
Yes.
So yeah, long drawn out. I don't like long goodbyes, but hey, here's this movie. Finally, Mothra takes off. And again, you would think Mothra taking off, they would be flying in the air, But no. Barely has wind on the grass there. Goodbye, Mothra. Goodbye. And the sun runs up. Goodbye, Mothra. Goodbye.
Like for another 10 minutes of them saying goodbye.
Hour and 47 minutes, folks. and 17 of that was goodbyes. And then they hit us with the LGBTQ rainbow at the end.
With a crayon drawing of a rainbow.
Yes.
Like, what?
There you go. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But it's a kid's movie in the mid-90s. I wasn't expecting that. That's all. So there it is. That's the end of the movie. They're stuck out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the jungle. Their dad's in a wheelchair. They might as well just leave him behind and go back. Probably have a happier life. Just stay here and think about what you did.
We'll send help.
And that's it. That's the end of the movie. Now, again, there were 3 of these Rebirth of Mother movies. The next one's an underwater picture, and then he's going to be up against Ghidorah again, except it's the original Ghidorah, not the wolf-faced, red-eyed Des Ghidorah. And we'll be doing those in the next 2 weeks. So come and join us. Again, they are strictly for kids, but it's Toho Kaiju, so we have to cover them. So even though I'm not a big fan of Mothra, I enjoyed this one actually more the second time I watched it. I watched it years ago, and I was like, kids movie. And I did get into it, but I actually enjoyed it more this time. And it's not a bad movie. It's not, there's no Godzilla in it, but it's not a bad movie. I would say it's as good as the first Mothra movie from '61. Again, brighter, more kid-friendly. Yeah. But as far as continuity and, what should happen, kids should not be able to ride on top of Mothra. So there it is.
No, they should not. It had the very obvious environmental message to it, of course.
Yes.
Man destroying nature and all that, and the consequences of that. Yeah. But and yeah, like I said,
see Mothra go up against Hedorah. If you're gonna go with that message, forget the underwater battle with Daguerre, and just go out, have them fight Gigan and Hedorah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why do 2 films with Ghidorah when you could use Gigan? You could use, Megalon, Hedorah,
Right.
Anyway, they didn't do it. They did what they wanted to do. So, got some of my. All right. Thank you, Professor Wallnott, for
You're very welcome, sir.
Keeping us rolling forward and your commentary. Thank you, George, for chiming in. Always good to hear from you in Japan. Maybe you can join us next week for the Aqua Mothra fiasco that is the Rebirth of Mothra 2. And until then, you guys have a great week.
Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thanks.